Yo, what up, though? Man, I was just thinking, this is going to be a rough start of the season for the Minnesota Vikings. Because if or when Jordan Addison gets suspended, TJ Hockenson is already out dealing with an injury. Who the hell the quarterback will be throwing the football to beside Justin Jefferson? Like, at first we thought the Minnesota Vikings just needed a wide receiver number 3, and that was cool. But the Minnesota Vikings probably need somebody to slide into that wide receiver spot number 2 and that wide receiver spot number 3. Like the Minnesota Vikings now have a wide receiver problem. Like I understand we got a lot of people playing tight ends. A lot of people playing tight ends. But let's be for real. We don't know how that tight end position even going to pan out for the Minnesota Vikings right now. And we don't know who the wide receiver number 2 going to be week 1 or week 2. Or we don't know who the wide receiver number 3 going to be. Because if Jordan Addison, I'm pretty sure he's going to be suspended for a few games for the Minnesota Vikings. Who's going to step up and be wide receiver number 2 and number 3 for the Vikings? Like the Vikings might really have to look out and bring somebody in that they know that can really play the wide receiver 2 or 3 spot that really played it before in the NFL. Brandon Powell is cool though, but I don't think he ever had to be a wide receiver number 2 on nobody's football team. And Trent Sheffield, shit, he just like Brandon Powell. He barely even played a wide receiver that much in the NFL. The Vikings might need to go out and get them a true number 2 or number 3 wide receiver. Somebody that played a lot of snaps and caught a lot of passes. Like, that shit might be a problem in the beginning of the damn season. And the Minnesota Vikings have a tough beginning of the season. Week 1 through 6 is a tough week for the Minnesota Vikings. I think week 6 might be the bye week or week 7, but y'all know what I'm saying. The beginning of the schedule is tough for the Minnesota Vikings. And if everybody know we don't have no true wide receiver on the field with Justin Jefferson, everybody just going to double team Justin Jefferson. And that shit right there going to be K. Oh, man. I don't even want to think about that. That's crazy. Yeah, KOC, you gotta sit down with Quasey. Y'all gotta rethink about some shit. Like Jordan Addison might get suspended. TJ is already out. Who the fuck is the wide receiver number 2, number 3 going to be for the Minnesota Vikings week 1 and until Addison come back? That's something to think about.